So week 4, and we're still in beautiful Bahamas. Day 7, start with my AG1, then coffee, then overnight oats. So we did find a gym to continue our workouts. I start off with 10 minutes on the elliptical to warm up my muscles. Then this workout is courtesy of me. I took all the exercises I liked from other Plyo workouts, and I made my own circuit. I did the circuit 3 times in order to exhaust my muscles. Then added in some arms and abs to finish off my workout. So after our workout, we took a long walk on the beach and stayed to watch the sunset. So by this time, we were absolutely starving. So we stopped off at Wendy's for dinner as a treat. So I thought I would show you guys how I do my makeup when it's really humid out and how I get it to stay all day. So I've already applied all my sunscreen. Today I'm using the Ombrelle 50 sunscreen. What's nice about this is that it is a stick sunscreen. It's harder to sweat off because it is a little more waxy, and I feel like you get just a little bit more protection when you're out in the sun. So I'm gonna start off with this new product that I got. It's from Rose Inc. It's the Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. What's neat about this is that it has these little micro beads that burst that put on a light serum that acts as a base before you can put your makeup on, but it adds a lot of luminosity and hydration to the skin. So if you wanted to just wear this as your base, you could, and you wouldn't have to put anything on top. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it has already evened out my skin tone around my rosacea area. It's given this nice light glow to my skin. So we only traveled with carry-on luggage, so I had to choose wisely when bringing my products. I had to make sure that everything I chose could be used for more than one purpose. Because we are going out tonight, I am gonna do a base on my skin. I'm gonna do a full look for you guys. So I did pack my Hourglass stick foundation. This again has a nice waxy texture that is harder to sweat off when you're out and about, and this will last all night. I'm gonna just take a few swipes, put it on my face. I'm gonna take a pretty dense foundation brush. This is from Sephora, but the bristles are pretty hard because I want to stipple this into the skin, and I want to really press it into my pores to make sure that it lasts all night. Any stick foundation will do, but you do want something that has a little bit more of a waxy texture to it. That'll ensure that it'll stay on longer and it's harder to sweat off. So for this look, and usually when I go away, I try to focus on a really nice dramatic eye or a little bit more going on in my eye area. So I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. So I do have 2 eyebrow pencils with me today. One's from Hourglass and one's from Urban Decay. I'm gonna use the lighter shade to start building out the shape that I want, and use the little brush to brush the product through my eyebrows. So then I'm gonna take my darker shade from Urban Decay, and I'm going to darken the last third of my eyebrow just to give it a little bit more depth. And it gives the eyebrow sort of an ombre effect, so it's lighter here and then it gets darker as it travels down. And always brushing through the product to make it look more natural. I do always travel with my contour Smashbox sticks. They're easy to use, they're not liquid. Just gonna use a little synthetic brush to just blend out my contour. So I'm going for more of a glam look tonight because we are going out to one of the hotels nearby. There's a new one on the island called Baha Mar. It's huge. I think there's a casino there. There's like 3 or 4 hotels all built into one. This is the bronzer shade. Since I do wear so much sunscreen, I haven't really tanned very much, which is good, that's what I want. But I'm gonna add in some sun-kissed look as if I had been tanning. I'm gonna take a little of the contour stick, just gonna run a little on my jawline, blend that in there. It's just gonna accentuate my jawline a little bit more. Why not? So next up, I'm gonna take my NARS Laguna Bronzer, big fluffy brush, tap some on, and I'm just going to tap that into the skin. If you're finding that you are using cream products like a cream blush or a cream bronzer and it's fading off during the day, that's because you need to put some powder on top of it. So I always just add some of my bronzer over to help seal it in. See, now it looks like I have a nice bit of tan there. So for my blush today, I've got one of these cream nude sticks. Place them on top on the high part of the cheekbone. Just take my finger, gently blend it into the skin. I love having cream products when I go somewhere hot, because usually in the humidity they blend out a little bit better. And they just give you this nice soft, rosy look to the face without being too harsh. So next I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I only brought one palette with me. I brought the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. So I'm just gonna take a flat, fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in the color Tempura here in the corner. I'm just gonna put that all over my lid to start as my base. So next I'm gonna take a little shader brush. I'm gonna go into the color Burnt Orange. This is the color I'm gonna use to build my shape. So I'm gonna tap it in above my crease line and just build my shape from there. Next I'm gonna go into the color Sienna. So by adding a little bit darker color here, I'm defining my eye a little bit more, and it's gonna make my eye appear deeper back, so it actually gives more drama to the eye. So next I'm going to take my Scott Barnes blending brush, and I'm just going to lightly blend the colors together, just to smoothen it out a little bit. If you just want to lightly blend stuff out, hold your brush farther back. I'm still going to use the same shader brush. This time I'm just going to use the tip, and I'm going to go into the color Cypress Ember, tap just a little bit right on the very tip, gently apply that just a part of the base, and I'm going to build a little in the crease, just to give my eye a little more definition. Okay, next I'm going to take a very, very thin MAC liner brush, and I'm going to go into the black Noir, and I'm going to line the top part of my eyelash with it, very carefully. So you can see it's adding a lot more drama to my eyelashes there. I didn't pack any separate shimmer, but I am going to use this little travel Fenty Beauty highlighter, and I'm just going to tap it on my eyelid. Next we're on to mascara. I've got my eyelash curler, which I've heated up with my blow dryer, and I'm using the MAC Extended Play. Curl up those lashes, and I'm just making sure to coat every lash from root to tip. I'm going to go back into my palette, and I'm going to take the color Cypress Ember. I'm going to run it on the bottom part of my lash to outline a little bit there, so give myself a little more definition. I have this tiny little shader brush from MAC, so I'm going to go back into Sienna, take a little bit on the edge of my brush, and I'm going to run that along the lash line to just smoke that out a little bit. Just to add a little more definition to my eye, and I'm just going to connect my bottom lash line up into my eye look. A small little brush like this is great for really doing small detail work. It really does make the look more precise. So that's one eye done. I wanted to show you guys what the before and what the after would look like. I purposely didn't do my under eye area yet, just in case some of the eyeshadow fell down, which some of the black eyeshadow did. I'm gonna take my very big brush, just wipe it off. And I'm gonna take some under eye concealer from Becca, and I'm just gonna tap it in there, just to add a little bit of light to my under eye area. I still want my eye to look smoky, but I want light under there so it doesn't look so dark. And it also just helps to clean up a little bit on the bottom if you got a little messy with your eyeshadow. Now that my base is all done, I can now add powder. I brought my Fenty powder. Just gonna get a whole bunch in the lid, and I'm gonna carve out my cheeks. This is also gonna help set my foundation. And you do need to set a foundation if you expect it to last. Definitely down my nose and a little into my forehead. It's very humid here. Odds are I'm gonna start sweating through my T-zone later, so I'm still gonna get a very nice luminous look later. The longer you let your powder sit, the longer it's going to stay on. So I'm gonna leave that sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes. I am gonna add a little bit more color to my cheek area. Now, I did like the stick. The stick added some very nice blush, but I'm going to take another hard brush and I'm gonna dip it in the Sienna and the Mystic, the two colors together. I know, sounds crazy, but in makeup, there's no rules. And I'm gonna tap it just on the outer third and a little up into my forehead there, just to give my cheekbone a little bit more of a contour. I couldn't bring my other contour products because I was kind of out of space, so this will do in a pinch. And it just made my cheek stand out a little bit more, adds a little more color there, a little more tan, if you will. So I'm gonna take my little highlighter here. I'm gonna dab a little on the high points of my cheek, just to add a little bit of shine, shimmer, light around the eye. When the light hits it, it's going to look amazing. Just a little bit down my nose, on the tip a little bit. So to finish off my eye look, I am gonna take some liquid eyeliner. This is from Benefit, this is the Roller Lash. And I'm going to highlight under my eyelashes. Just add a little more depth there. Make my eyelashes look a little bit thicker. So my last step on my eyes, I'm gonna take my foundation stick and a little brush. I'm just gonna clean up just right underneath. I'm gonna draw a little line and clean up the excess product there. And it adds a little bit of light to the top part of my eye. So last I'm gonna do my lips. I've got a Nude Lip Pencil. Just gonna line them. For my lipstick today, I'm gonna use one from Rose Ink. It's just this really cute pink. And I'm gonna put a little gloss on. This is from Fenty. I always keep my little minis for when I travel. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of gloss in the middle of my lip. So now my powder has set. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush just to wipe off the excess powder. Very lightly. I don't want to disturb the rest of my makeup. I do have the D-Slick by Urban Decay. This will seal in all makeup, no matter what you're gonna put on your face. This way, if we really get sweaty or even if it gets a little bit misty later, this should really lock in my makeup. And to finish off my hair, I've got this oil from Kerastase. Just gonna take a few drops. The oil's gonna give my hair a little bit of shine. I'm also gonna try and help protect those curls from getting any more fluffier, because my hair and humidity doesn't really go, they don't really like each other. I want to try and keep some of that frizz down and hopefully keep my curls looking like curls. I know the eyes are kind of dramatic, but that's what I wanted. I want all of the attention up here, while my skin should still look flawless, dewy, a little luminous as well. It just looks like I have a little bit of a sun-kissed look. Tip of the week. Don't be afraid to add something new into your workout routine. It's good to shake things up. Challenge yourself while challenging your muscles. See you next Saturday.